You guys have absolutely loved these videos, so I had to do it again. Today, we're looking at the funniest kids test answers on the planet. Subscribe to get an A+ on your next test. So, above here, we have C is circled, 3,500 grams. Rodney chose D as the correct answer. How did he get that answer? Okay, well, the kid above chose C, so that's already a bit off. Rodney does math like my mom. So this child is saying, obviously C is the right answer. Rodney is incorrect by choosing D, and that means he does math like my mom, and he's insulting his mother. Honor your father and mother, guys. Do not hate on their math ability. That is what calculators are for. Draw an arrow to each temperature on the thermometer. Wow, okay. This kid literally just said, I'm gonna draw an arrow to literally every single temperature. But I am assuming they just needed one here for the 10. I made that so crooked. Post, can you make that look beautiful for me? Yeah, awesome. 10, 17, and then 29. I've learned I can't draw a straight line, and now I feel self-conscious, and we're moving to the next. So above, we're talking about rocks. You know, they're interesting. We got the igneous and the sedimentary and the pet rock, my personal favorite. But for extra credit, they could say, what is the strongest force on Earth? Love. And the teacher had the audacity to X that out. Teacher?
How dare you?
Love is a powerful force, but I'm assuming this was a science test, and that is not the correct answer. But it does seem kind of wrong, right? To have a kid just write love and then a teacher be like, no, blah. 10 words I can spell right are, 10 words I can spell right are, octopus 7, 2. Honestly, this kid is a super genius because, you know, they even realized, well, I guess they were kind of cheating at the front because technically you could just copy. You didn't have to know how to spell these. But then they were smart enough to be like, nope, that's just 7 words. Let me throw you 3 more. Octopus is fairly advanced. 7 and 2. Interesting. Please color the Danish flag. I couldn't even tell you. Like, if I wasn't looking at this right now, like, I have no idea what a Danish flag looks like. I can think of a Danish, like the pastry that you eat, but the flag, no. Swedish flag, and then we got the Finnish flag. Wait, this kid is witty. You know, like you're finishing the race when you're like crossing in Mario Kart. And well, I guess you're not running then, it's in a car, and then you got like the checkers. I like that. I like that. But this means Finland. That is why I just spelled it like that instead of like this, in case you're wondering. In your opinion, which location would be the most dangerous during a tornado? Circle 1. In school, at a park, in a store. No, we're gonna circle 1. The kid minded the rules. It said circle 1, and they did. Explain your choice. It is way too dangerous to circle a tornado. What? In your opinion, which location would be the most dangerous during a tornado? So this kid's like, this is how I'm gonna avoid the tornado altogether. No, normally I try to give these kids the benefit of the doubt, and I'm like, you're so witty, and I just like never would have thought about that. But this one is just a bit hard to follow. I guess they're so afraid of the tornado, they're like, I'm gonna stay over here, because all that, there's a tornado over there. Where have you smelled burnt fat before? At the gym. Can we just talk about what an odd question this is, at least out of context? Maybe if I was in this school class, I would understand. But with no context, this seems correct. You're burning fat while you're on that stair stepper. Yes, sirree, Bob, you are. Yeah, that's correct in my book. Date. No thanks, I would like to stay single. The teacher says, good choice. Girlfriends are expensive and a lot of work. Wow, this like went from here to here because the teacher fed into it too, which is crazy. Like literally they're saying like, what's the date? Like today is May 26th, okay? That's what you'd put. But no, did this kid think the teacher was asking them on a date? At least they were nice about it. They said no thanks. Always say please and thank you. And the last thing I will mention is I see no answer in this question down here. Like, I don't think they even answered the test. Geometry, shape. Name these 2D shapes. Oh, we are thinking outside the box. We're not thinking square. We're calling Jade a square, which, hold on. I'm gonna show you something. What does it mean to be called a square? You are boring, conventional, or out of touch with current trends. Your friend is insulting you. Charlotte is an oval, which I don't feel like is nice either. Charlie is a rectangle. Sophia, Harriet, Emily, Maria. I don't know, guys. Talk to your friends. They're hating on you subtly. Wait, I know this meme immediately. Emma is such a good drawer. Oh my gosh. So like literally, this whole test, it's supposed to take almost 2 hours and you only have one question because it's impossible. And also, at least in the States, we don't say maths. It's just math paper 1. So I think that she needs to retake this because it was, the grammar's wrong. Please put the emoji or like GIF or meme or whatever it's called nowadays next to this drawing, because 10 out of 10 recreation. Now, did she take the hour and 45 minutes to draw that, or did she just leave early? Find the difference between 8 and 6. 8 is all curly, 6 is not. If I remember correctly in school, difference is like what? It would be 2, because there's 2 different, like subtraction. I haven't been in school for a while, so now I feel self-conscious, but I think it would be 2. And they got a little curly in the 6, just saying, because if this is the curly on the 8, you got a bit of a curly on the bottom of the 6. So I can't completely agree with this child's answer. My little sister's homework, too cute. My first day of school was very fun. Oh, so we have a drawing of her going to school. My favorite part of the day was when we went home. Oh. I feel like it was supposed to be like her favorite part of like her school day. Why didn't she have like a fun memory at school? At least she has an apple tree, which is very iconic. She drew the school bus, she drew the school. Her outfit is on fleek. And her future is so bright, I'm gonna have to put on my sunglasses. Use my code in the description for Zennies if you wanna look super cool. Draw a model to show how you solved one of the problems. So this is a thinking stick figure with some very floofy hair. And this is what is called a thought bubble. I said bubble. I meant to say bubble. This is a thought bubble with the number 18. Draw a model. Is that like you're supposed to show your work on how you got the problem? This kid's like, this is me thinking. It's 18. That's not gonna work, buddy. I don't think that's gonna get you the points. I have one benefit to Rennie of online baking. Saves time. The bank warns Rennie about phishing. State what is meant by phishing. Phishing using, whoa, and then we scribbled stuff out and said psychic powers. Physics plus phishing equals phishing. Okay, why does this not exist in real life? Like, this is so awesome. You're using physics in your mind to control fish. I like the animation. It really pulled it all together. Now this fish is looking quite concerned for his life, especially with that face. To be honest with you, I don't remember what fishing is either, if it makes you feel any better. Did you gasp or yawn? Copy the reindeer. Control C, Control V. You know what? This kid knows their hotkeys, and that's gonna take them far in life, and they're gonna use that skill more often than they are drawing the reindeer. I hate to say it. The reindeer is adorable and perfect and can do no wrong, but this is practicality right here. Whoa, we have a doodler. This looks like a difficult math equation. I want to go to bed, it says here. So this student obviously waited far too late into the day to start their math homework. Oh no, calculus worms. And then there's just tons of crazy worms eating the problem. I don't know what this is. This gives, I could see this in a museum, and I'm not even joking. Like, there's something aesthetic about it. It's like you got the really hard, complicated question, and then like the wittiness, and then the artisticness. I think this is my favorite one so far. It's very well executed. I just need to know what happened to the child when they gave this to their teacher. Write a 7-digit number that has this digit 6 in the 10,000s place. 6,666,666. I don't like how many 6s we have going on. Wait, write a 7-digit number. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's correct. There are 7 numbers there. 7-digit number that has the, oh wait, I'm getting what the kid did here. They were like, I don't know where the 10,000s place is. So I'm gonna make every single number the same. That way, for sure, I get it right. Now, I wish we saw the answer, or I wish we saw the grading, because the teacher could technically not say this is wrong. They answered correctly. They really thought big about this one. Different ways to make 5. Okay, let's be honest, we got a future artist in the midst here. This kid was like, I'm not gonna say 5 plus 5. Wait, 5 plus 5 would equal 10. Wow. I'm not gonna say 4 plus 1 or like whatever. I'm gonna just make 5 look differently for everyone. So you have like the regular one, you have the S one, you have the curly Q one. I think we have a future artist who's not good at math. Students may not write outside of the box, but we will still think outside of it. You know what? More power to you. Pop off, student, that you are thinking outside of the box, and they're like, you will not tell me what I can and can't do. But can we have more clarification? Teacher, what did you mean by just circling this? Did they actually like decrease points for this child because they did write outside the box? Wait, you're right, there is another box. They put it inside of a box. I don't know, I think the teacher probably either deducted points or did nothing. The eraser is as long as the beads. That is right? I mean, you got the necklace of beads here. I mean, maybe. The broom is as long as the straws. Oh, I'm seeing what's going on here. The key is as long as the pins, and the nail is as long as the screws. Are they entirely wrong? No. But I think we needed to be a little more specific. Like we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 beads here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 straws. Be a little more specific. So this was a maze. Wait, why am I not immediately seeing what's wrong here? Because technically, I'm seeing that that's a straight line to the castle. So I feel self-conscious and, oh wait, are you supposed to, she goes into the castle this way. Wait, let's see if we can do this together. If I mess up, you guys don't laugh at me, okay? Keep your laughter inside. What about this? Is that right? Technically, maybe it's one of those mazes where you like have multiple ways you can solve it. Oh, we got another ninja? Kids like to draw ninjas on tests, I've learned. This ninja prevents any grading of less than 100%. Wait, the fact that the teacher said +2 scary and gave them a smiley face sticker? Pop off, teacher. You are fueling students' excitement. You are making people happy and like rewarding their creativity. So I love that. That's a good teacher right there. Wait, look. They had gotten a 28, and then the +2 from the ninja gave them a 30 out of 30. So I think they got 100%. Mel sees a raft, a boat, and a ship on the water. They are all carrying people. Which one holds the least? So they raft. Are they taking raft and then spelling it funny? I mean, definitely the raft would carry the least amount of people. And then what they wrote would carry no one. My mind is blown by this one. I feel like if I was the teacher, I would maybe ask the kid to explain their answer a little more because my mind is blown. Title of assessment, unit test. How do you think you did on this test and explain? I think I did well because I know my stuff. Also, I knew all the stuff and remembered all the things. Wow. Describe your study method. I didn't study at all. You know what? They didn't have to study because they knew the stuff and the things, okay? So get that. They are smart. I want to know what like the actual like answers for their test looked like. Like if they got everything right, this kid is a future genius. I also like that they were just bold and honest. Pretend that you have been given a very special egg from the Easter Bunny. Describe what the egg looks like, what is inside, and what makes it special. What would you do with it? Try to use as many adjectives as you can in your paragraph, and remember to edit your paragraph too. Yay! I got a pink egg from the Easter Bunny with $1 million in it. Finally, I can be rich. From now on, call me Mrs. Fancy. I'm living in a mansion, eating bacon. Oh yeah, life. Can I meet this child? Because I feel like she is amazing. Adjectives, there's a song about it. They're helpful words. They help you describe things. They say fat, how short, how tall. That's literally a song. I didn't choose those words. This kid kind of went into lore of like, this is how I take over the world and destroy everyone by becoming rich and eating bacon. So she took like an interesting, it wasn't like this is my pink egg with a purple coin inside and my finger painting you know? Construct a, oh, we're going to scribble through what looks like rectangle something, 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 and we're gonna construct a banana car instead. I want to retake this test. The honesty of this student, it's so sad they got -5, which is like, that's a lot of minuses if you think about it, you know what I mean? But like the man in the banana car looks so happy, and I love that for Banana Man. Good thing I have a blue pen. All right, a lot is happening. So we have some sort of algebra or math test going on. We have like a graph, and this kid has drawn in black pen, which I feel like in school was always a no-no. You needed to do pencil. Things could have changed though. The student also said, this ninja is the official guardian of question 4. He prevents this problem from being marked wrong. Official enemy of red pen. And then the ninja has not only a ninja star, but like a dagger. So like they're going hard right now. That's why the teacher said good thing I have a blue pen, because apparently he's only an enemy of the red pen. So the teacher's good to just mark it as wrong. -3, dang, it hurts. Think of different addition strategies. Write or draw 2 ways you can solve 4 + 3. Way 1, use your fingers. Way 2, use your head. Oh, like thinking. That I was like, how are we counting with our head? Like we 1, 2, 3. Are they right? Yes and no. I feel like it's different addition strategies. I think they're teaching addition differently than when I was a kid. I don't know, like there's like a bubble method now or something I've never heard of. You can explain it to me if you want. I don't normally have to do addition anymore. Haunted house subtracting. There were 4 ghosts, then 1 ghost flew away. How many ghosts are left? 4 - 1 = 0. Because ghosts are not real. Interesting. This kid thought deep. I feel like kids sometimes they take something that's like not that deep and then they really dissect it. Like they're like, this is my personal belief. But literally we just asking what 4 - 1 is. That's all we need to know. So honey, this be 3 right here. My dog is a ... Because ... Hero, companion. Okay, so you were supposed to say, my dog is a blank because blank. And then on the top right, it says hero, companion, I combine circle and worker. On the right, it says circle, either hero, companion, worker, or those are examples. And the child circled circle because he is round. And I love that for the dog. Don't we love an extra fluffy, just animal? You just want to cuddle it and squeeze it and love it forever. Yeah. I want to meet this dog. Whoa, this just like unlocked a part of my brain I forgot, where you do the little squigglies that like go to each. Whoa, this kid made a knot of all the squigglies. Normally it's like, okay, Mona Lisa, that is Leonardo da Vinci, I'm pretty sure. So you would just go from here to C, but this kid didn't know any of the answers, so they just did this. Betcha they probably failed this test, but you won't fail your test if you click one of the next videos before they disappear. That's what I'm saying. I think I need to go back to school though.